why would you want to slave yourself learning for hours together while you can learn the same in much lesser time? In addition to saving time, all the information that you have learned can be stored in your long-term memory, which will help you with long-term retention, making it impossible for you to forget and making it easier for you to recollect everything you need during your exams. Hi, my name is Latha. I am an ICF certified success coach and a certified NLP master practitioner. And today, let's learn 10 scientific ways to study by which you can learn a lot faster and store all the information in your long-term memory, making it impossible for you to forget. And before you proceed, subscribe to our channel, simple as that, so you can get more informative videos to help you succeed in your life. If you want to remember, then read it aloud. If you are trying to store something in your memory, or if you are finding it difficult to memorize something, then read it aloud and read it a few times. As per research, when you read something aloud, your senses of hearing becomes a part of the learning experience. This activates the cognitive abilities related to memory, retention, and comprehension. The dual effect of both speaking and hearing helps encode the memory more strongly. Research proves that as compared to reading silently, when you read it loudly, it helps retain the information in your memory. When you say it aloud, you are actively involved, and according to scientists, active involvement benefits memory. When you actively read or recite the word or a sentence, it helps the mind accept it into the long-term memory, and hence you will be able to retain the information in your memory for a much longer time. The second thing, take notes by hand and not by a computer. Science suggests that if you write down your notes by hand, you are actively participating in the act of note-taking, which helps you comprehend and retain information for a longer time. Writing notes by hand helps you focus, increases your ability to understand and process more information, engages your mind, helps you organize information better, and extends your attention span. Also, for information to be stored in the long-term memory, comprehension is a very essential element. The more you comprehend while writing, the more you will be able to retain in your long-term memory. And so, while writing notes, never copy exactly what is in the book, but rephrase the information in your own words, which will help you recall better. Point number 3. Learn the distributed practice of learning. Distributed practice means that the practice time for learning is separated by long rest periods or long periods of time while doing something else. After studying a topic that you intended to, do not study it again immediately. Rather, try and recollect it once without looking at the book. After you are done, leave the topic for a couple of days and try to recollect what you have learned without looking at the book. This is called the distributive practice of learning, which is a very effective way to learn. When you try to recall what you have learned after a delayed period of time, retrieval is more successful from the memory and it becomes harder to forget. When you give yourself enough time and space out your learnings become more effective and retention is higher. Point number 4. Regularly test yourself. According to science, self-testing or self-assessment is a great way to learn faster. Rather than studying the same thing over and over, make it a habit to regularly test your learning and understanding after every chapter. When you get an answer right, This means you have understood the concept well, and if you don't get it right, then it will help you research more, and hence your memory retention towards that particular question or topic gets better. Also, when you are not able to recollect the answer, it is advisable to look up the answer immediately rather than trying to think about it for a long period of time. The answer you looked up will always remain in your memory for a longer time, and also you will always remember that you were not able to find the answer for that particular question, making that question important in your mind. Testing yourself will help you assess how much more you need to study, and also will give you the confidence once you have mastered it all. Point number 5. Exercise regularly. Most of us know that it is good to exercise for physical health, but not a lot of us know that exercises are very essential to keep the brain active, and also that exercising helps our long-term memory to store and retrieve information. Regular exercise greatly improves memory and cognitive function. Now, cognitive function refers to gaining knowledge, manipulation of information, reasoning, learning, decision making, memory, attention, perception, and language skills. Studies show that exercises can improve the consumption of information and also aid memory recall. High intensity exercises help generate a protein that supports the function, growth, and survival of brain cells, which are ideal for the fitness of mind and memory. So, it is highly advisable that you exercise before studying so your body and mind can stay active. Point number 6. Get adequate sleep. Most of us do not take our sleep seriously, but if you want to improve your memory, make sure you get adequate sleep. Have you noticed how foggy and unclear your mind feels when you've had very little sleep overnight? You will not be as sharp as you want, and also you tend to feel lethargic in your mind. This is because most of your memory consolidation happens during your sleep, and this is the reason why sometimes even a short nap can make you feel highly active in your mind and body. Lack of sleep affects your long-term memory, and this will impact your ability to store new information. So, if you want to learn more and retain more information in your memory, ensure you get adequate sleep. Point number 7. Study in intervals. Studying in interval is scientifically proven to help learn faster and improve retention. In interval studying, you are studying for a duration of time, and then you are taking a break in between to refresh your brain and body, increasing your energy and your ability to focus. If you are someone who gets distracted time and again while studying, making it difficult for you to retain everything in your mind, or if you are those over-enthusiasts who want to study as much as you can in a day, or if you are someone who loves to procrastinate, then interval study or studying in intervals is the ideal solution for you. Study shows that doing something for a short period of time is a whole lot easier than trying to do everything all at once. The first thing you need to do is to break down your studies into smaller portions. The next thing is to set a timer for the duration you want to study. Third thing, start studying and ensure there are no distractions during the study time. And fourth, when the timer rings, stop studying and take a break. The best way to take a break is to move away from the study area and do whatever it is that you want to. And lastly, after your break, get back to your seat, set the timer, and start studying again. There are 3 methods of interval studies. The first one is the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes of study, 5 minutes of break, and I have explained this in detail in my previous video, 9 effective ways to study, and I am attaching the link here. The second method is the 5-2-1-7 method for studying. Studies have shown that if you can study for 52 minutes and take a break for 17 minutes, you become 10% more productive as compared to what you are currently. And the last, for students who can concentrate for a longer time, you can study for 90 minutes and take a break for 30 minutes. So, go ahead and choose one style out of the interval study and enjoy enhanced memory retention. Point number 8. Teach someone. The best way for you to learn and retain information is by teaching someone. While teaching someone, your brain is compelled to retrieve the information which you have learned. This is also a form of testing because you are bringing to the forefront all that you have learned, which leads to more retention in memory. The more you can retrieve information from your mind, the better would be your retention of that particular information. Teaching also helps you organize your thoughts and provides key pieces of information. It makes you self-aware of your learning process, giving you an insight into what areas of topic you should revisit. If you want better retention, learn first and then teach someone. If you do not have someone practically available to teach yourself or imagine having an audience and teach them. Point number 9. Change the scenery. Studies suggest that a change in the scenery impacts concentration and learning abilities. Psychologists suggest that moving to a different room or moving to a place where there is open space could increase both concentration and retention abilities. But what is also required is that you prepare your mind for studies, which means if you are moving to another room, make sure you deck that space, making it favorable for studies. Fewer distractions, not lying down on bed or couch while studying, good body language, which means sitting upright and studying, is essential. Also, in my previous video, I have provided details of the same and link is in the description below. And if you decide to study in the outdoor, while it is initially good to relax, you need to ensure that you need to get your focus back to studies. Point number 10. Use active recall. It is suggested that rather than learning the same topic over and over, recalling what you have learned will help you retain information in the long-term memory. Active recall is when you stimulate your memory for a piece of information. In active recall, once you have learnt everything that is required, you close the book and try to recollect everything that you have learned, forcing you to remember the information without any hints, in turn improving your long-term retention. So these were the top 10 points so you can learn smarter and not harder. Thank you for watching. Also, subscribe, like and share to our channel, simple as that, so you can get all the information required to help you succeed in your life.